Hello.
Thank you for coming today to talk about yoga. And you guys are sitting in a perfect position. We're just going to talk for a few minutes because I want to tell you a few things about what to expect. First of all, the purpose of yoga. It's a union of your mind and your breath and your body. We're going to use all those things together to achieve a state of peace and tranquility and relaxation. And if you think that sounds boring, you're wrong, because it's going to be fun. Before we get started, I want you to know a few things about yoga. It should feel good, first of all. And yoga is your own personal experience. You are not built like anybody else. Hannah has really long legs. Mrs. Bowman does not have really long legs.
Like 3 feet long legs.
Hannah's going to be able to do some things in a different way than Mrs. Bowman would be able to do the same thing. Some of her postures and some of my postures, they're going to look really different because our bodies aren't the same. And that's the great thing about yoga, is you are not going to be comparing yourself to anyone else. It's just your time with your body to do what your body does, because everybody's body is made differently and we're all good the way we are. There's nothing wrong with having shorter legs. There's nothing wrong with having longer legs, but it is going to make us look like we're doing things a little bit differently from one another. So there's no need to look at what anybody else is doing, because they're not going to look like you anyway. So we'll talk about that as we go along. The main thing to know, though, is if something hurts, we stop. Nothing should be painful in yoga. It should feel good. You might feel some stretching. That's good. You might have some challenges in holding a position a certain length of time. That's good. But if it hurts, that's your body's way of saying stop. So we're going to stop, and I can maybe help you if you start having some pain. You can let me know. Maybe I can help you figure out a way that you can achieve the same goal without hurting yourself. Another important thing to know is if you have any health problems, if you have high blood pressure, if you have any joint problems, especially if you have back problems or knee problems, anything like that, let me know, and I will very discreetly maybe change some of the poses that we're doing together. And I'm pretty sure from talking to your parents that you don't have any of those issues. But let me know if anything is painful, and I'll help you find a way around that. So we're going to start in what we call easy posture. So come to the front of your mat. And easy posture is what you guys call crisscross applesauce in the classroom. You're just going to fold your feet in front of you and your legs in front of you. Rest your hands on your legs. Your back needs to be straight and tall. And imagine that in the ceiling there's a puppeteer and you're the puppet. You've got a string in the top of your head, and he's pulling you straight up so that your back is nice and straight and tall. Remember always that your neck and your head are an extension of your spine, so all of that's going to be in line. You're not going to be doing this, because then your head is not in line with your spine. We're going to sit up nice and straight. Good job. That looks really good. We're going to start with some breathing. And breathing is really important because that's what gets the oxygen to all the parts of your body, and you're going to want it to go everywhere. And I'm going to show you something we call balloon breath. This is how we're going to start. You're going to lay your hands on your belly, and in yoga, most of the time you'll be breathing in and out through your nose, because that's a more calming breath, and that's what we're going to try to achieve now. And what you're going to do is imagine that you have a balloon in your belly, and when you inhale through your nose, you're going to let that balloon blow up. And then you're going to exhale also through your nose and try to feel that balloon go down. You're not going to push with your hands. You're going to use your abdominal muscles to push the air out, and you're just going to let your hands just lie on your belly and feel that air go out. You ready to try it? Okay, everybody take a nice deep breath through your nose. Feel that balloon go out. And now push the air back out through your nose. Feel that balloon deflate. Do it again. And your breaths should be deep, but they should be nice and smooth. And exhale. And we never hold our breath in yoga. We're always breathing. When you breathe in, feel the oxygen go all through your body. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And we'll learn some different breaths as we go along. Some of them are going to be calming like that. When you breathe in and out through your nose, it activates a part of your brain that calms you. When you breathe in and out of your mouth, usually it does the opposite. It energizes you. And sometimes that's a good thing, like if you're almost asleep in class, or if you've just had lunch and you got to take a math test, sometimes an energizing breath is a good thing. All right, let's go ahead and stand. And I just want you to kind of move around, feel your body move. We're going to wiggle around a little bit. We're going to shrug our shoulders around. Oh, and roll them the other way. Good job. That feels pretty good at the end of the day. And we're going to do some head rolls. And when you roll your head, I don't want you to roll it backwards. We're going to lean towards one shoulder and slowly roll it in front of you to the other shoulder and stop. Breathing the whole time through your nose. Exhale and inhale while you're rolling back to the other shoulder. And the reason we don't go back behind us is because that can make you really dizzy, and we don't want that. Let's do it one more time. Over to the one shoulder and back across. Always breathing in and out through your nose. All right. Okay, we're going to go back down. We're going to sit back down on our mat. But this time, we're going to put our legs in front of us. And we're going to do some stretching. And we're going to make a peanut butter sandwich. So imagine your legs are one slice of bread. Your body is another slice of bread. The jelly is down here. The peanut butter is here. Feet are together, toes pointing to the sky. And we're going to bend forward from the hips, not from the waist. So you're going to feel these joints move, but you're not going to curl up your back. You're going to keep the back straight. Okay? And we're going to try to put those pieces of bread together. Put your fingers towards your toes and just reach. My pieces of bread won't go together when I bend from the hips, but I feel a nice stretch right here. Do you guys feel that in your legs? And let's hold it for just a few seconds. Now, I want you to inhale, and when you exhale, try to stretch a little further. And every time you'll inhale, then when you exhale, stretch a little further. Good job. All right. Come back up slowly. Continue breathing. And now we're going to sit in a V-sit, keeping those toes pointing up. And yeah, your feet are going to go off your mat a little bit because we don't have big wide mats. And again, everybody's V-sit is going to look different because our legs are made differently. Some of you might want to go wide, some might not want to go as much, and that's okay. But what we're going to do, we're going to make a V with our hands too. And we're going to cross over and take our right hand. Everybody wave your right hand. Make sure it's your right hand. Make sure it's your right hand. It'll look like this to you. And we're going to take our right hand, bend at the hips, and twist over to our left toes as we exhale. And then inhale and come up. Exhale, go the other way. Nice and slow. Inhale and come up. One more time. Right to the left toes. Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you come up. Last time. Exhale as you go down. And inhale back up. Now, I want you to put your feet in front of you. We're going to do what we call the cradle roll. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our knees. We're going to roll backwards. Just gently roll back. And we're going to rock side to side. That massages your back and your muscles. It also massages your insides a little bit, which is really good for you. And it feels good at the end of the day. And now we're going to massage a different direction. So we're going to put our hands under our knees like this. Everybody can look up and see what I'm doing. And we're going to reach our forehead up to our knees. And we're going to rock up and back, keeping your forehead close to your knees. That massages your back also and your insides. Feels pretty good. Now come up. Put your feet out in front of you. Since we're on the fronts of our mats, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take our hips and we're going to put one behind us, the other behind us, and we're going to walk on our bottoms to the end of our mats. When you get to the end of your mat, guess what you're going to do? Reverse and go forward. Change directions. Keep those legs straight. Just use your muscles up here to get from one end to the other. Once you get to the front, guess what we're going to do?
Reverse.
Backwards. Back to the back of the mat. And one more time forward, and you probably are starting to feel it here a little bit. Even you guys. I know my old self is feeling it a little bit. I can feel my muscles working. All right. Now everybody take a deep breath in. And exhale. And we're going to start learning what we call sun salutations. And that's a sequence of poses, and I'll teach you each pose one at a time. We're going to practice them a little bit on their own, and then we're going to put the sequence together. And it's really a lot of fun. So everybody stand up at the front of your mat. And we're going to start with what we call the mountain pose. So we're going to have our feet shoulder length apart. And remember, your shoulders are right here. They're not out here. So when you're standing shoulder width apart, they're not going to be like this. They're going to be closer together than you think. All right? And we're going to plant our feet into the ground. We're going to make ourselves unmovable like mountains. So we've got our feet planted in the ground, nice and strong and firm, like roots of a tree, holding you firm to the ground. You should feel your toes on the mat. Every toe should be pressing down. Your heels should be firm. Kind of wiggle back and forth to make sure you're steady. If I came up and pushed you, you shouldn't even budge, but I'm not going to. Not today. I might do that someday. But today I just want you to feel how strong that feels. Keep your back straight and tall. And relax your shoulders. We don't want to look like soldiers. We want to be relaxed. Breathe in through your nose. And out. And in. And out. Now this time, we're going to breathe in, and when we breathe out, we're going to do a swan dive forward. So breathe in through your nose. And you might want to scoot before we do this. You guys are really close together, and you are going to bump noggins. So Olivia, if you would, yeah, scoot to where when you bend over, you're not going to knock somebody's head. Good job. We don't have very much space here, do we? I'll scoot back some too on my mat. All right, so in and bend forward. Now your legs will stay straight. You can bend your knees ever so slightly. You're bending at the hips. You might be able to put your hands on the ground. You might be able to put your hands on your ankles or on your thighs, but your hands should rest somewhere. I don't want them floating around. Again, your knees can be just a little bit bent because you don't want to lock up your knees. And we're going to now let go of your arms, and let's just swing them back and forth and be a rag doll, floppy floppy. Feel what this feels like. Wiggle it all around. Kind of move your head from side to side. Feel what that feels like. Always breathing through your nose. And we're going to inhale, and we're going to come slowly back up into our mountain pose. A couple more breaths so we don't get dizzy, and we're going to go back down. So inhale. One more inhale. And when we come to the exhale, we're going to forward fold. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. I want you to take an inhale, and I want you to come up halfway to where your back is flat like a table. And then exhale and come back to the ground. Or to your shins or your ankles or your thighs or wherever your hands were to start with. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. All right, good. Now we're going to inhale and come all the way back up into mountain pose. Good job. Does anybody have any questions? Anything that feels funny? Anything you want to know about? Because we're about to take it a step further. Okay, so we've gone to our forward fold, we've gone to our half, and we're going to now go into a road runner pose, which is great because we are the road runners, right, at GANS. So I want you to inhale, forward fold, inhale halfway up, exhale down. Now I want you to take your right leg and put it straight out behind you and bend your left leg forward like you're a runner. Yes, put your knee down. I want you to put your knee on your mat. All right, and we're going to take 3 or 4 breaths right here. And we're about to move that left knee, the bent knee, back with the other one. So inhale, and on your next exhale, I want you to put that other leg back so your feet are together. Brings you into a plank pose like this. Keep your booty low. Inhale. When you exhale, you're going to come down. Now, we're laying on our faces, but we're about to do something pretty awesome. We're going to go up into what is called a cobra. So what we're going to do is inhale. We're going to push with our arms. We're going to leave our thighs on the ground. And we're going to stretch upward. Inhale and exhale a few times. Let's go back down to the ground. On an exhale. On an inhale, come back up into cobra. And now we're going to push with our feet. So your toes need to be facing to where, like Maya has hers and like Olivia does, good. We're going to push with our hands and push with our toes, push ourselves up into what we call downward dog. Now, you should kind of be shaped like the letter A, and your heels might or might not touch the ground, and either way is okay. Some people think that your heels have to be down to be in downward dog, but that's not true. Some people are built to where they can do that. Some people are built to where that's never going to happen. So that's not even really a goal, but we are stretching. And now I want you to take that right foot, and I want you to put it back up by your hands, back into a road runner. This time we're going to keep that leg up. Your front leg will be bent. Yeah, so it's a nice lunge, and you feel a nice stretch. Continue breathing in and out through your nose. You're going to inhale, and on your next exhale, bring your back leg forward into a forward fold. Sometimes we're going to have to take extra steps in between, and that is absolutely okay. Now we're going to inhale and go halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale back into mountain pose. We're going to inhale our hands all the way up to the sky. And exhale our arms down. And what we do on one side, we need to do on the other side. So we're going to go through that whole series again, because those are sun salutations. And this time, if you went back on your right leg, you're going to go back on your left leg. Okay? So everybody inhale up. Exhale forward. All the way down. Inhale halfway. And exhale back down. Now take that left leg, if you use the right leg, step it right back, put your knee on the ground. Let's stay here for a few breaths. In and out through your nose. Everybody's looking great. Stretch that back leg out behind you, nice and stretched and straight. You'll feel a nice stretch up here in your hamstrings. Okay, inhale, and on your next exhale, I want you to bring your front leg back to meet your other leg. Back into a plank. Inhaling, and on the next exhale, go down. And inhale into cobra. Push up and back into downward dog. And you know what? Let's stay in downward dog a minute. You can move your feet around, pedal them a little bit, move your heels up and down, kind of feel the stretch. Take a few breaths. Great, you guys are doing a great job. Now take that left foot, the same one you put back a minute ago, bring it forward up to where your hands are. And keep that knee off the ground this time. You're going to keep it just your feet on the ground if you can. Oh, super job. Looks good. Inhale, and on the next exhale, bring your foot forward into a forward fold. Oh, oh. We're going to inhale halfway up, and exhale down. Inhale your hands all the way over your head very slowly. Exhale down. 2 more inhales, just like that, over your head. And exhale down. 1 more. And out. And now we get to the fun part. Now we get to the part where we get to go into Shavasana, which means corpse. Who knows what a corpse is? Olivia?
It's a dead body.
It's a dead body. Okay, so that tells you you're going to be pretty still, right? So we're going to lie on our backs. And we're going to go through a stage-by-stage relaxation. So this is what I want you to think about. You're breathing in and out through your nose. You're relaxing. I want you to think about all the tension in your toes. Feel your right foot. Wiggle your toes around. Wiggle your ankle around. Now I want you to think of any tension that's in your right toes and let it all go and relax those toes. Relax your ankle, no tension. Relax your left calf, your knee, your thigh. Breathing in and out and sending the oxygen down to those parts of your body. Let all the air go in there and let all the tension out up to your hip. And now your other foot. Get the tension out of your toes. Wiggle them if you have to get that tension out. And then let it go. And your ankle, your calf, your knee, your thigh, your hip. Now we're going to go into our fingers. You can wiggle them around a little bit and then let it go and relax. Let all the tension out. Your hands, your forearms, elbows, relax. Your upper arms, your shoulders. Now your abdomen and your lower back. Let all the tension out. Let it just go floppy. Your rib cage. Up to your neck. Even the inside of your throat. Relax it. Let all the tension out. Your lower jaw. Let the tension out of your lower jaw. Your lips, your cheeks, your tongue inside your mouth. Completely relax it. Your eyes, your eyeballs inside your eye sockets. Just let all the tension out. Relax your forehead, your scalp. Now just breathe here for a minute in and out through your nose, nice and deep. Listen to the birds. Feel what it feels like to be relaxed. Pay attention to what your body is feeling like with all the tension gone. If you notice tension coming up somewhere, because it'll do that, make it stop, make it go away. And now we're going to relax our minds. And as a thought comes into your mind, you're going to shoo it away. Thoughts will come into your mind, but don't let it stay. Chase your thoughts out of your head so your mind is totally free, no stress. Don't need to worry about yesterday or tomorrow, just right now. And how your body feels and how your mind feels when you're relaxed. All right, nice. Very slowly roll yourself up back into easy pose. Good job. All right, next time we're going to work some more on our poses. We're going to do some warrior poses, which that's pretty fun. And I think we're going to do some partner poses next time too, where we're going to use our partners. Those are a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun to do. And we'll figure out kind of some different things our bodies can do to help us relax and to be strong. So, when we leave, we inhale up. Put your hands together. Pull them forward. And I'm going to teach you a word that means the light inside of me recognizes and respects the light inside of you, and that word is namaste. So everyone say namaste.
Namaste.
Very nice. Thank you guys.